everybody, hello, welcome to the channel, and Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year. Let's hope this year is going to be better than last year. First of all, before I go any further as well, can I just thank everybody for the well wishes for me dodgy knee. And it's getting better slowly, you know. I've just done 12 miles actually. I did a video where I did 10 miles, and a couple of days back I did 12 miles, so I'm getting there. Slowly, but I'm getting there. As long as I'm moving in the right direction, I don't care how many miles I'm doing, as long as I'm improving bit by bit. So thank you everybody for that, for the support, much appreciated. And thank you for the general support for the channel as well, of course, for this last year, much appreciated. I'm looking forward to this year, getting some more rides done when my knee gets better, reviewing some more products, just generally having a laugh, so I hope you're going to join us for this. Anyway, I've got another review for you. I don't know if you remember, but I did a review on the Coospo bike computer. Well, you will remember because it wasn't that long ago, because I give one away as well. I give it away. Well, Coospo contacted us again and asked us if I wanted to do a review on their lower end model, and this is the BC26. Just that one there. If the camera will focus on it. It's called the BC26, and basically it's slightly lower. Well, I think it's the lowest model that they do, and it's pretty impressive actually for the size of it. It's a crazy little unit, you know. It's only $35.99 this would cost you. So as usual, I'll put the link in the description below if you do want to go and buy yourself one. But it's a nice little unit. It's here $35.99 it'll cost you. And that is it there. So this is a more basic one than the last one. This is the BC26, and the last one I had was the BC107. The BC107 was £42. This is $35.99, so £36. But it still uses a GPS position, and it has a dual GPS position system, bit like on the last one, so it's very accurate. And when I took it out, I have used this already. I took it out for a ride to try it out when I did my 12-mile ride, which I'll show you in a few minutes. And it was actually quite very accurate. It was very accurate. I mean, I used the Hammerhead Crew as a benchmark, if you like, because that's always been good, and very comparable between the two, to be honest with you. Bearing in mind the price difference, you know. I actually forgot the price in the video, as you'll see. I completely forgot what price it was, but it is $35.99 at the moment. Obviously prices might change. A Hammerhead Crew, to buy the equivalent Hammerhead Crew that I've got, because mine is the Crew 1, where you can only buy the Crew 2 now, unless you buy a Crew 1 second hand. The Crew 2 is like $350, I think it is at the moment, so it's quite a bit of a difference. But of course the Crew 2, you know, it's a very advanced, you know, it has navigation and things like that, and this doesn't have any navigation on it. But like the other one I showed you, the BC, never remember these numbers, BC107, that I never had navigation on either. But if you're not bothered about navigation, all you want to do is record your data, record your stats, and you can upload them to Strava using the app. Use the Coospo app, a bit like on the last one as well. You have to do the same. So when you finish your ride, you load it onto your phone, and then you can upload it to Strava. So you can't upload it directly from these units, from these computers. You've got to use the Coospo app to upload to Strava. But I tried that out as well, and that seemed to work. I'll show you the video for that as well. But yeah, so on this one, you have got, let me have a check here, you've got the same size screen as the last one. It's the same size screen as the previous model that I showed you. 20-hour battery life on this. I think the one had 28-hour battery life. This one's got 20 because it's got a slightly smaller battery in it, rechargeable battery. But still 20 hours is pretty impressive, really. So you get, with this one you get distance, speed, time and altitude. And as I said before, it just does have dual sat position, so it's accurate for your positioning. Where this doesn't, one of the things is, well, the main things this lacks compared to the last model that I did the review on, is this doesn't have Ant Plus support. So you kind of have things like heart rate monitors or speed sensors and all that kind of stuff. You can't have any of them on this one, where the last one you could add them. So this one, if you don't want to use any of them sensors, I personally don't, actually I don't use any of them sensors. So if you don't use them, this would do the job for you. This will record your ride for you, record your distance, your time and all that, which you then can upload to Strava. So it would do the job. It would do the job of a more expensive bike computer. It just wouldn't have support, like I say, for Ant support, so heart rate monitors, that kind of thing. So if you don't want to use any of that, this would do the job. And of course it doesn't have navigation on. But like the one didn't have navigation on. For navigation computers, obviously you're going to end up paying a lot more money. So I turn this on there, one press on the button on the side. As you can see, you've got your miles per hour on the top there and the time on the bottom, but of course you can go through the buttons here and you can have maximum speed on there. You can have your average speed, and then the bottom you can also have your time, distance, altitude, and odometer there. You can see I've got some mileage on there because I've been testing it out. So it's very simple to use. You know, it's basically just a couple of buttons to press, and as you can upload your details then to the COOSPO app, which then can upload to Strava. So all in all, it's not a bad little unit really. I mean, there's the battery, there's your time of day, which set itself as soon as I logged into the satellite when I took it on the ride, and that's just saying flashing because I've got no satellite signal because I'm in the house. So yeah, very simple the unit, very simple operation, which is what you need really sometimes rather than all these complicated things. You know, and it does everything you need to do. It has the usual twist lock on the back there. There's the USB charging. It is waterproof, this as well, and in the box you do get the mounts as well. The instructions are in the box there. So you've got all your bits and bobs in there. You've got your packet there with your mounts, a bit like on the other one actually that they sent. This one, one of the big differences again, apart from the fact that it doesn't have and2 support, and plus support I should say, is the bracket. On the other one you had the out front type bracket like you do with Armorhead. With this one comes with like just that type of bracket which uses bands. So you know your band will go over there and then connect up to your bike over the handlebars. But it works well. I mean, I had it on my bike and it didn't move around, didn't bounce around, so it worked quite well. And actually one of my old computers I had for years with this type of mount on, so it does work. And there's your USB charging cable as well. So yeah, so I mean, I tried this out, took it out on my mountain bike, and I was quite impressed, and I'll show you the video now. So I'm out at the bike here at the shed, and I've got the computer there obviously, and I've got the rubber bands here which are going to connect up to this little bracket here. On this version, obviously, because it's a cheaper version, you don't get the proper out in front bracket like you do on here, like this bracket here, like you did on the last one. But it is cheaper, so you know you're going to get some compromises. But instead you get one of these type of brackets. So I'm going to stick this on now, and then I'm going to connect up obviously the computer to the bracket. So the elastic band just basically connects up to one of these prongs here and goes around and connects up to that one, and that one goes around and connects up to that one, like diagonally across there. So click that on, give this a press to switch it on, and now it's going to find the satellite signal. Hopefully you can see there the top next to the battery, it's trying to find the satellite signal. So we'll give that a few minutes and see if that connects up to the satellite. Yeah, I've got a few trees above us here actually, and it does say if you've got trees above you it might take a little while to connect. Got my battery level there and my satellite there, and give that a few minutes to connect up. So as you can see there, hopefully you can see there, but it's connected up just next to the battery. You can see the little icon there, that's got a satellite signal, which is quite good actually, because if you look above us here it's all trees. So it's got a satellite signal, and then set the time as well. So 13:29, half one it is, and that's correct. You can set the time zone in this as well here, and you go to the settings, and you can go and set the time zone for this as well, but that's worked up perfectly there, setting perfectly. So I'll show you if you go in the time zones. All you do is press in that, and then you've got the different time zones there. So I've got mine set on 0 for the UK time, but you can just go through different time settings, you know, up and down, so different time zones like that, depending on where you live in the world. Put mine back to 0, and you can leave that for 15 seconds, it'll save the setting, or you can long press on that on the right hand side there, and that'll go back and save the settings for you. And it's knocked itself off now. Put it back on, and there we go. It's going to search for the signal again because I've just knocked it off. So I'm going to head off down the tracks now and see how we're going. Let's say I've got the crew here as well, just to basically compare them for like accuracy, you know, see which, you know, this is a £350 unit basically, you know, this is pennies in comparison. So we'll see how we go. So when you're ready to go, you just need to press the start button. It's ready to go, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. And I'll set this one away as well. So that's them both units set off. Let's see how we go. So we've got the speed very similar, 7 miles per hour and 7 miles per hour. You can see there, speed very big on the top on the Coospo there, and just down the left hand side there on the Hammerhead. So as you can see, if I pull it back a bit, I'll be able to see hopefully. Very, very similar. 7.4, 7 point, yep, very, very similar. Very similar. So far so good, so we'll see how it goes. And I've got a bit of day today. Not a bad day at all, very mild. Very mild. It's about 12 degrees or something today, as you can see. I've got my autumn top on here, so it's very, very mild here. Very unusual for this time of year. Well, as you can see there, that's very similar. If you look at the crew there, distance 1.9, and on the COOSPO 1.93. That's pretty good, pretty good. Speed 7 and 7, 7.7, 7.7. Well, 7.3 on that one, 7, it's gone down to 5, but it's gone down to 6 on that one. So very, very similar. I mean, there's nothing to say that the hammerhead crew is any more accurate than what the COOSPO is, but for this, just sake of this test, I'm going to use the hammerhead as a benchmark, because the hammerhead's a, you know, it's an expensive unit. It's always been good, so I'm using that as the benchmark and see how it compares to the COOSPO here. And so far, very, very good, very good. Distance there, just changed again. 2 miles on the COOSPO and 2 miles on the hammerhead. And speed's very similar. 7.7, just gone to 8 on the hammerhead, and 7 on the hammerhead, and seeing 8 on the COOSPO at the moment. But you can see they're fluctuating there a little bit, the speed, but not by much. Not by much. If anything, I think the COOSPO is maybe quicker to respond to the changes. You know, it's very, very changing, very quick. The speed on the COOSPO, very quick. Very impressive that for a cheap little unit. And of course the screen's a lot smaller. I think it's actually smaller than it was on the last COOSPO I tested, but still nice and easy to read. Nice and easy to read. I'll just stop down here and then we can have a look at the functions on it. So we'll just stop there. As you can see on here, it's paused itself as it has on the hammerhead. So you've got your battery, you know, your time of day at the top left there, which is correct. And that set itself with a satellite. I didn't set that. I set the time zone, but then set the time itself. Hope you can see in this using this camera, because sometimes it doesn't show you very close or very good. You've got your miles per hour on the top, and then you've got your function buttons here. So basically you can change what you'll show on the top, so you can have speed, maximum speed, average speed, and then your real-time speed. And then the bottom you've got your distance, you've got your altitude, you know, the feet that you've done, changing altitude, and time, distance there, and time. So you've got your function along the bottom there. I've just lifted on distance at the moment, but it seems to work quite well, and that's to stop and start your ride, stop and pause your ride. You do need to use an app with this as well if you want to upload your data to Strava, as you did with the last COOSPO, which I never mentioned. I should have mentioned that in the last COOSPO I tested. You know, it doesn't automatically upload to Strava like the hammerhead does. The hammerhead will automatically upload to Strava when you get home. They'll connect up to your Wi-Fi and upload. This one doesn't, but you know, this is pennies in comparison to this, do you know what I mean? So you can't really judge it by anything like that. But so far, yeah, it's a nice little unit, and very accurate actually in comparison to this, you know, which is like a £350 unit. You know, this is actually very accurate. So we'll go a bit further and see how we'll go. 4 miles, 4.1 in the crew, 4 on the COOSPO. About 9 miles per hour, similar 10, just clicked over there, 9, 10. So very, very similar. Very similar. 4.1 distance there, 4.1 on the crew, and same speed. So you see there, we've got time on here, 37 minutes and 37 minutes. 37.18 on that one, 37.25 on that one. Distance 6.89, 6.9. So like I said, that's about the same, sort of fraction off difference wise. So this has been very good so far, very accurate. Bear in mind, I say the price difference between these two, you know, it's amazing really. On the top here we've got maximum speed 18, and then we've got average speed 11. I haven't even got the maximum speed 11 on this one. I haven't even got maximum speed and average speed on this one, on this setting. I could put it on obviously, but I haven't got it on here at the moment. I've got no reason to believe that will be different, to be honest with you. I haven't got them
data fields on this profile here at the moment. But it's pretty good, that, like, pretty good. And we're both paused because I'm obviously stopping. You can see that pause flashing there, and this one's got the yellow bar along the top to say it's paused. But yeah, so far so good. So not far to get back home now. As you can see, I'm a right scruffy mess, but the computer's still doing well, really well. Distance 9.68 on the COOSPO and distance 9.7 on the hammerhead, so just about identical really. Speed at the moment 6 on one, 7 on the other, so not far off really, very close. Very impressed with this little COOSPO, and it's quite a nice clear screen to read that as well. It's not a huge screen, but I've got no problems reading it. Nice big numbers, nice clear display, very nice. Very impressed so far. So nearly home, only a few hundred yards from home, and very impressed with this little unit actually. As you can see there on the crew, 11.7 along the top there, and on the little COOSPO here, 11.7. So yeah, I'm very impressed with it. Been very accurate all the way around. There's only been slight margins between the two units for speed, but again, very minimal. And distance has been almost spot on all the way around. So this is a cracking little computer for the price of it. I've got to admit, I completely forgot the price when I've come out, so I'll put the price up on the screen here somewhere. But I mean, you bear in mind the hammerhead's like £350 for an equivalent unit today, because it's an older unit. And this, you know, is pennies in comparison. I know it's very cheap. I know it's even cheaper than the last COOSPO. So yeah, it's certainly a good buy. And from the test today, it's been brilliant, really good. Very impressed. I thought it would be, because the last COOSPO, as you remember, I did the video on that one. It was very impressive, so I thought this one would be the same, and it is, but this one's even cheaper. So yeah, certainly a good buy. So I've just finished the ride. Now if you open up the COOSPO app and then click on connected, let that load, and then a little circle here to select your data, and see it's ticked it, and then click that, and you can sync your activity. I'll let that finish what it's doing. And there you go, that's your data uploaded to your phone. So there you go, give it a few minutes to sort itself out, and then there's your data there. It's in kilometres, of course. I do miles or kilometres. That gives you an idea of what you've done. So the app seems to work okay. Just got to get a few minutes there to sort itself out once you upload the data, and then once you've done that, your data's there.
So as you saw there, it was quite an impressive little unit. I mean, it's, you know, it's very accurate, I think. I mean, I compare it to the hammerhead, but the hammerhead might not be that accurate. I don't know, but I'm always assuming that the hammerhead crew is very accurate. So you know, it's very comparable for a unit costing pennies in comparison. So yeah, $35.99 for this. I'll put the link in the description, and it worked quite well with that. With the COOSPO app, seemed to work okay. I haven't used the COOSPO app very much, to be honest with you. So it's not something that I don't know how well it will work over time, or how good it is, or what features it has in there. But it seemed to work. One thing I noticed when you upload your data to the COOSPO app, you then have to, it uploads it to the cloud, I think, automatically, and you basically have to wait a few minutes for it to show on your phone. You know, because I made the mistake when I first did it. I was like looking at my phone, thinking, well, where's the data right after I uploaded it? But then it like downloaded it again back to my phone, so you have to give it a few minutes. But it seems okay. It seemed to work fine. And then you go obviously upload that to Strava. So yeah, for a £35 little bike computer, I don't think you can go far wrong with it, to be honest with you. I mean, I can remember not that long ago where I had a bike computer about this kind of price, and I had to have a magnetic sensor on the wheel. You know, I'd have a little magnet on the wheel to get the speed. And now this one, you know, for the same price, in fact probably less than what I paid for that one, it uses GPS to get your speed and everything. So you basically bung it on your computer, on your bike, and off you go. You know, you're not messing around with anything, and you didn't have to put the wheel size in this neither, because in the other unit that I had of COOSPO, it did ask for the wheel sizes to be put in. I don't know if that just makes it more accurate, and whether it would work anywhere without the wheel size, I don't know, but this one didn't ask for anything like that. Put it on, very simple to use, and it worked really well. I will be giving this away at some point in the future, so look out for that. As you know, I do like to give me the bits and bobs away, so I will give that away at some point in the future. So thanks for joining us. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care. Bye bye.